Time now for sports on 104.7 The Cave. Here's Ned Reynolds.
Mike, the intern Ned Reynolds in the studio, and I think I speak for the both of us when I say, thank God it's Friday. Obviously, tomorrow is going to be a big day for the neighborhood, and that is the Missouri State Bears are finally home to play a game in their stadium, and this will be against a very tough SMU football team.
Not only that, but it's history, Mike. It's the first time ever that a Division I team, let alone a Division I power in football, has come to Springfield to play a game. So it is a moment in Ozark sports history. And yeah, it'll be a little bit warm out there, but I really feel like it'll be a full house. It needs to be. I hope the fans understand that and show up. Southern Methodist is a very good football team. They were a playoff team last year. They're coming into this one off a loss. A surprising loss to Baylor, and that occurred last week in overtime, while the Bears are coming in with a surprising win, and that was over Marshall. So this will be a big time. The attendance is seating capacity at Plaster Sports Complex listed at 17,500. They can get more in there, and I hope the fans are there to see it. It'll be a little bit warm, but that's better than being a little bit cold, let me tell you.
It's still subjective, my friend. But
wait a minute. It's not subjective when you're losing your fingers.
Yeah, or you're passing out from heat exhaustion.
Oh, there's not going to be anybody doing that. Come on.
If you've ever had heat stroke, my friend, you know what I'm talking about.
I've been there.
So, despite what Missouri State's going to be doing, there's some pretty good marquee games tomorrow.
There's some interesting ones, and early in the season you really find these marquee games few and far between, but there are some. I'll tell you, one of the big ones is a night game. It's in South Bend, Indiana, and it's Texas A&M Notre Dame. Notre Dame's coming off a loss. They only played the one game, and they fell to Miami. I really felt like watching it that had the game going on for another 5 minutes, Notre Dame might have won it. But be that as it may, Texas A&M comes in. The Irish beat Texas A&M in College Station, Texas last year, and now A&M is returning that visit. Interestingly enough, the Missouri State Bears play Texas A&M in their opener next year. But be that as it may, Notre Dame, Texas A&M is a very big game, especially for the Irish. Florida and LSU, this is huge for Florida. They've had a terrible start to the year. Their coach is on the hot seat. LSU's number, 3 or 4 in America, something like that. And to go into Death Valley at Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and play at night like Florida will be doing, that's really tough. This could be the end of the line for Florida's coach. Arkansas goes and plays Ole Miss, and then the renewal of one of the great backyard rivalries in football that has not really come to the fore in recent years because the teams are in different conferences. But Pittsburgh, West Virginia, they're playing in Morgantown, West Virginia, back in the old days when both were really at the same conference level and so forth. It was a great rivalry, and then they called it the backyard brawl that can be applied to a number of football rivalries or basketball rivalries for that matter. But Pittsburgh and West Virginia is really the original one, and it will be a dandy when they play tomorrow.
And, man, I'm telling you, I love that new ESPN app. I can watch 4 games at once. Oh, my God. It's like I'm at the bar, but I'm in my living room. I am also a little scared that my Kansas State Wildcats are going to go into Arizona and get their ass kicked, but we'll see.
That is tonight, incidentally.
Yeah, I know, but we'll see. We're 1-2. Arizona's looked pretty good, and then if we can't right the ship tonight in Arizona, we got Central Florida, and then we got Baylor. Oh, all right. Let's talk about racing.
And racing is big, and the event on the NASCAR circuit is tomorrow night. It is under the lights in Bristol, Tennessee, which is either Tennessee or Virginia. It's right on the border. Anyway, they turn on the lights there, and this is interesting because it's the Bass Pro Shops race. Now, that doesn't mean Bass Pro Shop's going to win it. They might, but the fact of the matter remains that Mr. Morris and Company sponsor this one. It's Bass Pro Shop's Night Out Racing tomorrow night at Bristol, and this is the final race, after which they will cut the field from 16 to 12. That's not the total drivers. That's the ones who are eligible for the championship in points.
Last night, of course, we had Thursday Night Football. We were up at Coyotes, and we had both the Commandos-Packers game going on and the Royals game, which we don't need to talk about just yet. Before we do that, what happened with the Cardinals?
Well, they didn't play. They had the day off, and they were headed to and will be in Milwaukee this weekend. They played the Milwaukee Brewers tonight. Of course, that race is long over. And the Cardinals' hopes at a wild card are just about extinguished as well. So it'll be a series, an exhibition series. Milwaukee has the best record in Major League Baseball. The Cardinals can help out the Philadelphia Phillies, who have the next best record, but we'll see how things morph. It's a 3-game series. Now, the Royals did play the Cleveland Guardians, and Cleveland, with 2 runs in the 8th inning, come away with a 3-2 win over the Royals. A guy by the name, and I must admit to you, I'm not familiar with him, C.J. Kafis, who went to bat hitting 196. 196. That's right down there. That's below the Mendoza line. Anyway, this guy C.J. Kafis, who played his college baseball at Miami, one of the best college baseball programs in America, hits a 2-run homer in the 8th inning, and that wins the game for the Cleveland Guardians 3-2. Kansas City is on fumes, life support. I'm afraid they're not going to make it into the wild card. So we had a game in town last night, San Antonio Missions and the Springfield Cardinals, and the Missions win this game, scored 2 runs in the 1st inning, 2 runs in the 7th, 1 more in the 8th, and beat the Springfield Cardinals 5-1. Cardinals had trouble getting any hits last night, and Nolan Arenado is still with the team. He's still down here rehabbing and probably will be through tomorrow. Again, he has not had a hit as a Springfield Cardinal. He realizes this. He knows fully well what the circumstances are. He's not, but he can play defense. He's the designated hitter for the Cardinals. But he's putting wood on the ball, but just can't get it to fall into place, and he knows that's what he has to do.
Yeah, it was a heartbreaker watching that Royals game too. Up 2-0 forever, and then just right at the last minute, Cleveland comes back and wins the damn game.
Got to have the offense going the entire game.
Yes, sir. Well, we did. I thought for the most part that Thursday night football game was pretty good, but man, there was a lot of injuries last night.
They sure were, and the Washington Commanders had most of those injuries. My goodness sake, they lost a key defensive player, key offensive player, their top running back, and that hurt them, and Green Bay was beating them and did beat them 27-18. Jordan Love of the Packers, good heavens, he passed for 292 yards and a couple of touchdowns, and just a big night. And Micah Parsons played in the ball game for the Packers as well. Green Bay's a good ball club.
Oh, yeah.
They are very strong. They're a contender. We'll see what happens as the season morphs on.
I mean, in my opinion, I know it's still early, but we've got, 2 weeks started just the second week. As far as the NFC is concerned, I'd say Packers are at least in the top 5, if not top 3.
I think they are. They're
for sure in the NFC all day long. But the season is long, and as you can see, guys go down all the time. So, of course, the Kansas City Chiefs have a chance to hopefully wake up this Sunday at Arrowhead against a team they played in February. And I am so excited to go up and hopefully not sweat my life away.
Well, it'll be a 3:30 game, actually 3:20 game for the Chiefs. They play at Arrowhead Stadium, playing the Philadelphia Eagles. This is a Super Bowl rematch, but it was scheduled. That's all part of it. Philadelphia comes into Kansas City to play. The Eagles really kind of eked out a victory over the Dallas Cowboys in their opener, and the Chiefs did not eke out a victory. They lost, and lost fairly substantially to the Los Angeles Chargers. So the situation is such that Kansas City needs to get a win out of this one. I think they will. Philadelphia still has to prove themselves as to really how strong they are, and it will be a game that you'll hear right here on The Cave 104.7, beginning with Ned Talk. Ned Talk's at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock Sunday afternoon. After an hour, we go to the Chiefs Network, and that they carry it the rest of the way, including the game. Should be a lot of fun. Philadelphia, Kansas City last year, and last year was actually earlier this year, the Super Bowl in February down in New Orleans. Philadelphia dominated Kansas City, winning at 40-22. What will happen this time? The Eagles are a 1.5-point favorite.
Go Chiefs. See you guys at Arrowhead on Sunday. Ned, you have a good weekend.